Bell officially sound, so Daniel Alexander, Abed Arroniz. Double A versus the Puppet Master.
Nice sporting handshake to start things off.
Very rare you see that nowadays.
And immediately you see Daniel Alexander's veteran expertise playing a role as he goes right for control of that arm.
But, you know, fighting for an opportunity, fighting for a spot is nothing new for Abed Arroniz. This is a young man who I have seen up and down Jersey, whether it was Pro Wrestling Magic, whether it was Invictus, whether it was We Are Wrestling, whether it was a multitude of the promotions here in the New Jersey and New York area. Abed Arroniz is always willing to fight for an opportunity, fight for a spot, do anything it takes to get a spot in that ring on that show, whether it be the pre-show, whether it be the main card. He just wants an opportunity to show how great he can be and better his craft. And what a way he's getting an opportunity here at Chosen against one of the head trainers in Daniel Alexander.
Absolutely. An emphatic shoulder tackle takes Arroniz off his feet. What an impressive sequence there. Deep arm drag from Arroniz. Alexander returns it with one of his own.
And we've got a stalemate. Actually, no, Daniel Alexander.
Letting the young man get to his feet here. Saying, I'd rather beat you on your feet than take advantage of you on your back. Al, what would it mean for Abed to not only get a victory tonight, but to get a victory against a caliber of opponent such as Daniel Alexander? This isn't like the rest of the Chosen roster. Young men and women looking for their break, looking to get to the next level. Daniel Alexander is already there.
Well, I mean, I think Titan management would have to look at Abed Arroniz if he were to win this match. Of course, Daniel Alexander already on the Titan roster, but a win over a Titan roster member has to go a long way for anybody at Chosen. Especially with somebody the skill set of Abed Arroniz. Over the top rope, Abed goes, and I think Daniel Alexander looks like he wants to fly here.
He does that very well. We saw him in a four-way match for the Titan Championship Wrestling Light Heavyweight title. In fact, a former light heavyweight champion himself.
No, well, he's certainly maybe one day. Of course, that champion is Rocket, who
Current champion is Rocket, yes. Defended his championship at the last show.
Daniel Alexander, of course, on the radar for that title. In close contention. Here we go, Daniel Alexander. He got caught. Beautiful takeover. Only a 2 count.
And Abed staying step by step with Daniel Alexander. I don't think this is something that maybe Alexander expected out of Double A Abed Arroniz.
I don't think so either.
Got a snapmare takedown. Beautiful flipping cutter variation there from Abed Arroniz.
You see PJ Savage as well as Steve Monster Mac both sitting in the crowd watching this match with a lot of concentration. Al.
Well, of course, Steve Monster Mac is here on behalf of Titan. You never know, Steve Monster Mac has a keen eye for talent with his 25 plus years in the business. And again, if Double A cover, only good for a 2. If Double A was to defeat Daniel Alexander, that has to go a long way. Might even put him in contention for that lightweight title.
Might jump him straight to the Titan roster with a victory over one of the head trainers here at Chosen.
And of course, Daniel Alexander, no slouch, mainstay on the Titan roster. And as you said earlier, he got to Titan from a free-for-all tryout.
He knows what it's like to be in Abed's shoes, to be fighting for an opportunity, to be doing whatever it takes to get a shot.
I remember that first free-for-all. Happened in Delaware.
That shot, that opportunity may be closer than we'd originally anticipated. As Abed Arroniz, well, I was going to say he seemed like he was in control, but Daniel Alexander with a boot to the face and now an elbow. Alexander ascending to the top rope.
Yikes.
Arroniz just swept Daniel Alexander's feet out from under him and hung him up on the top rope.
And this is the level of viciousness I have not seen out of Abed Arroniz at all.
Only a 2 count. That was nearly 3.
I don't know if this is newfound in him across the board or if this level of viciousness is being shown because he wants to do everything he can for this spot here tonight.
The high stakes that are at play tonight are going to bring out something from these competitors that we have not seen before, for better or for worse.
And you hear the crowd here in Bayville, "Let's go Daniel" chants.
Abed has been in almost complete control of this match for the longest time. And if you're Daniel Alexander, you got to be wondering, you got to be proud of the kid. You got to be proud of Double A for sitting there and going toe to toe, step to step with you and showing what he's got. But if you're Daniel Alexander, you got to be thinking in the back of your mind, what am I doing wrong in this match that this kid who is not yet on the level that I'm at, who has not yet established himself like I have, is staying toe-to-toe with me.
And if that spite, that bitterness is indeed the case, we saw it all behind that strike there from Daniel Alexander.
Wait a minute. A series of pinfall attempts. Oh, wow! And Daniel Alexander is almost like a stun gun.
And Double A may not be able to breathe after that.
You can't breathe. You can't concentrate. And a forearm phenomenally executed by Daniel Alexander. Both men down now.
If you're Daniel Alexander, you got to stay on the attack because Double A has shown he is willing to be a pit bull here tonight.
Both men stirring, slowly rising back to their feet.
And you got to imagine, Alex and Pete, Double A, he has everything to gain from a win here. Daniel Alexander has a lot to lose from a loss. It's a high-stakes leverage situation for both of these men.
You got to wonder, as one of the head trainers here, how will the members of the chosen roster look at you after having lost to somebody who isn't even on the roster?
Daniel Alexander, the energy living up to his nickname right now. Cover, only a 2 count once again.
And Daniel Alexander looking very shocked.
One thing about Daniel Alexander, he thrives off of the energy of the Titan Nation. These loyal fans here in Bayville.
And Abed Arroniz could be it. Only a 2.
Abed back on top once again. What lengths is Double A Abed Arroniz willing to go to here tonight to secure a spot on the chosen pro wrestling roster?
And you got to imagine, remember, he had no preparation for this match. He came in here not knowing who he was going to wrestle. Big super kick by Daniel Alexander.
And he has risen to the challenge admirably.
Daniel Alexander, you're about to take flight, taking to the sky.
Something he does very well.
Oh my goodness, a 450.
That's got to be it.
And that is it.